Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hidden Brick, where today we're going to build the Lego Ninjago movie Manta Ray Bomber, set number 70609, 341 pieces. And obviously this is from the upcoming movie that, depending on when you watch this, I mean you may watch this months after I publish this video, it may already be out, but as of recording this video, this movie has not been released yet, so we're kind of going blind into this. I mean, obviously from the artwork here, you can kind of depict what it's going to be like in the movie. Looks like some of the villains are going to be water-based villains that are fighting the Lego ninjas. And interesting, they kind of show this on top of water, but then they put a little note there saying models do not float. So you kind of have to use your imagination if you want to, quote, float it. I mean, I personally wouldn't even play with the Lego in the water, but let you figure out if it floats or not. So what do we got in here? We got some paperwork. We've got 2 instruction books, instruction book 1 and 2, and we have a yellow boat that is loose in the box. We have a sticker sheet that just has 2 stickers on it. So that's pretty cool. Not many stickers in here. And we have numbered bags, bag 2 and a bag number 1. So there's bag 1, and of course there's 2 bags inside of there, as well as a small bag that has the little minifigure helmet piece on there. So we'll get our final 2 pieces, or 2 bags dumped out. And we're ready to go. Alright, we have 1 minifigure to build. This is the, let's see, the guy on the box is called Great White. So it's one of the villain figures. Whoops. Before we put that on, he has a scuba tank that goes over the back. It's a pretty cool color. It's a kind of a titanium or gunmetal color scuba tank. And of course I knock his head on the ground right when I'm picking it up off the table. Okay. Put that there. The headpiece goes over the head. So it kind of has the breathing apparatus part molded into the head. Obviously it's like a shark head type thing. Then we have another one of these light blue fish. This is the one that we saw in the other set that we built. And it has a unicorn, Unikitty unicorn piece on the top of the, or in the mouth of the fish. So that is our minifigure for this bag. That's the only minifigure in this bag, so we'll just go ahead and jump right into this build. So the first thing we have, so this is the 3rd Ninjago set in a row that I've seen this new piece in. It's the 2x2 modified plate with only 2 studs on the top. So, looks like they're using that new piece quite a bit in these new sets. Why am I not seeing stuff? I'm looking for light bluish gray panels. Okay, I found them. I hope this isn't going to be one of those days where I can't see any of the pieces and they're right in front of my face the whole time. If that's the case, I may have to record this video, pause this and record this later, because that drives me insane when there's stuff right there and I can't see it. Alright, so we have this plate with a clip, and on that clip we're going to put this little piece with a little bar thing on it. So that goes there. And another one of our new pieces go right here. And we have two levers, and these are pointing kind of like this. It's kind of the way they show it in the instructions, so they're not pointing straight. Okay, the plate with the bar on it. There and there. Now I have the bionicle fingers. Pretty sure that's the way it is. Okay. Put that off to the side. We have a little accessory piece to build, which is going to consist of these modified plates. Two baby bow shapes. One there, one here. Okay, this is interesting. We're going to put a magnifying glass in here, right on the top. A bar there. So I guess this is like a weapon, like a stinging weapon of some sort. Is that it? It's kind of weird. Figured that we would put something on the end to close it off, but it doesn't look like it. Rotate these out a bit. It's kind of the way it shows it in the instructions. And then this piece will attach to this bar element. It's right there. So you can kind of see how it makes a little gun. It does spin around a bit. But I thought they would put a stud on the end. It has one of those little holes in it, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, so next we're going to make a couple little bomb pieces. Have an assortment of round plates. Have a black corner plate. A plate with a clip. A round plate, and then a dome brick. So that's our first bomb piece. And this will clip onto the side of the raft. Just like that. So, looks like we're going to build one that looks almost identical. It probably is going to be identical, except for the clip is going to be on the opposite side. That. Yeah, so the clip is just facing slightly different direction. Okay. That's our second bomb. So our minifigure basically can sit in here. Hold that fish up a little bit. There we go. And be able to swim around with that. And I guess it's a two-seater. You can have someone sitting back there to man the gun. All right, so next we're going to move on to the manta ray part of it. Looks like we built the bomber part. I mean, the set is called Manta Ray Bomber. So we built 2 bombs on a raft. So let's build the manta ray. Kinda makes sense, right? So we start with some white parts, and then there's a lot of the sand blue color that's going to be used for the body. But right now it's just the beginnings, so we don't have any of that color yet until we build it up. Couple brackets and 2 more 1x1 plates. That red piece on, and then 2 of these long dark bluish gray bricks. And we have spring-loaded flick-fire missile launchers, times 2 of them. Couple more brackets. More of these plates. Got a lot of these 1x1 plates in this set. So let's see here. We have this brick here, and then 2 more of those 1x1 plates. There and there. Now we have one of these wheel fender pieces. And go right there. That's going to create. This is more or less the top of the manta ray's head. If you're kind of following along with the picture on the box, that's what that shape is forming. Okay, now we have, here's the sand blue color that I was talking about. So it's kind of the outer portion of the manta ray once you start seeing some of that on there. Bricks there, another plate. So this build starting to go pretty quick. It's, at first I was thinking, oh man, this build's gonna take forever because there's so many small pieces on that little raft. But now that we're into the main body of this, it's going pretty quick. Alright, have a little Technic piece there. Have a plate, it's gonna go all the way across all of these. Help hold that in place. Now we have that there, 2 more brackets. Turn this over and put a plate there, along with 2 more brackets on the bottom. Couple tiles will help hold all that together. Got those 2 Technic pieces, 2 sand blue double wide baby bow shapes. And let's see what's going on here. Got that piece there and this piece here. Ow! These little things are sharp. Little slopes here. This modified plate with a slope. The point of that slope is to get you. I'd be surprised if it scratched me. Alright. We've got, this is the first set that I've seen with the amount of these new pieces. These little 2x2 plates with the studs. Oops. And of course I put them on in the wrong spot. I need a brick separator to get that off. It's not like a tile that has a groove on the bottom side. It's like a plate. So if you put it on there and you don't mean to put it there, brick separators do help to take it apart. All right, we have 2 of these Technic pieces. We're gonna put cone shapes in there. Slide each one in like that. Now we have these Technic pin joiners. Put a couple pins in them. 2 trans orange tiles. Those both go there. That's the manta ray eyes. This is the mouth of the manta ray. Okay, so here's some more body work. Built 2 of these identical parts. And these will both attach on the side right here. That's pretty cool. They fit perfectly on there to where this fender piece slides right in front of that other sloped brick. Put a plate with a clip on both sides and a slotted slope piece. Alright, now we have another 2 times build. This is going to consist of this studless Technic lift arm, pins, non-friction pin, and a printed tile. Okay, so we will put these both right there and right there. Oh, that's going to be to launch the flick fire missiles. Okay, so we have a few extra pieces, kind of like one of each of the small stuff, except for, let me go back one step here. Okay, so I was talking about the gun over here, and I did notice that I was supposed to put a little Technic pin in there. That will help hold that piece in to make sure it doesn't come out. There you go. And I noticed I had one too many extra. That's kind of how I guessed that I forgot to put that piece on. Okay, that completes bag 1. It also completes instruction book 1. So we are going to move on to our second bag and second instruction book right now. Okay, we have everything for bag 2 dumped out, and we're going to build the rest of our minifigures now. So, pull some of those parts off to the side. First one looks like we're going to build is Cole. Cole has the short sleeve shirt on. You can see his yellow arms exposed. Has a black ninja mask. I think this is a newer piece. This doesn't look like the older little ninja scarf things. So that goes there, and then he has a new headpiece. It's like a bandana type piece with a brown tie that goes around it. And we're going to build him a brick-built little weapon, kind of like a hammer type thing. That G-slope. And I need the bar that has the little stop on it. There it is. There's two different bars in here. There's that bar that has a little stop right there, and then there's a regular bar. You can see that regular bar is shorter. Okay. So that's his big hammer piece. Next up, we're going to do another villain. It's one of the Shark Army people. This is called the Shark Army Gunner. And of course he has the light blue fish with the little dagger piece in there. Put him with the others. Cole is falling over with this giant hammer in his hand. So fix that up. There you go, so he doesn't fall. All right, last figure. This one is Shen Li. So I'm not familiar with this character, probably because it's part of the movie that hasn't come out yet. Where's his body at? He's got to be hiding under all this. Of course it would be right under that. Okay. Zoom out a bit. We're a little out of focus. There we go. So he's going to have this neck bracket that has a stud on the back. Then we'll put his face on. Single printed face. It's kind of a scared face. And it's single printed because he's got the hat on, so you can see all the way around the head. So you can't really have multiple prints on there. On this clip, or on the stud on the back, we're going to put this clip. And then we're going to use our shorter bar that I was just talking about. Put two of these clips on the end. Just like that. And we're going to clip on a couple buckets. So this is it's like some sort of laborer that's working out in the fields, carrying water. Come on. There we go. Wondering if I should have put the bucket together first before I put it on that clip. Yeah, I guess that worked a little bit better. And then we'll clip this bar right there. And you can see now it's like he's carrying it over his shoulder, kind of balancing it. Push it forward just a little bit more. So I want his arm to go up. There you go. I wanted his arm to touch it like that. That's a pretty cool little effect. And these buckets have a little bit of clutch power to where they don't move too much. So you kind of do have to position them, or else it kind of looks funny if they're sticking out like that. It doesn't really make gravitational sense. So you kind of have to make it look like it's actually hanging down. enough of the figures. Let's finish building the manta ray portion. So, bring this back over. We're going to start with a small Technic axle. The black one. There's some Technic pins. Why am I not seeing an axle? Oh, there it is. The only one in the whole set, it looks like. Shows it just barely pushed in a little bit there. We're not going to push it all the way in just yet. Move that to the side. So we're more or less getting that ready for these other pieces that we're going to build, because that axle will push through it and hold these on. That all the way through. Now we have this non-friction pin. Slide these both through. Now on the other side, attach the other halves of these. That's one. There's two. That piece goes like that. So we bring this over, slide it in here, line it up with that hole, and then push the axle through. You may need help with something. I'm just using the side of this plate to help push that through. All right, that looks good. So now we're going to build one of the fins, the large fins that are used to swim. Kind of look like wings. Remember, a manta ray kind of swims under the sea like it's flying with its big fins that flap like wings. We're using quite a bit of this sand blue, like I was saying earlier. That's the dominant color of the outside of this. This big one goes here. Oops. Line up the right studs. Okay, we turn this over. Have two white anti-tiles. Inverted bow shape. Now we have two of these long plates. Alright, building quite a bit on the underside of this. So we have more of these Technic bricks, and you can see these are the Technic bricks that have the axle holes. Then we're going to put 3 of these inverted slopes, 3 of these plates that have a Technic pin on them, regular plate here. Have that Technic lift arm. Now we're going to build 2 Technic pieces that have axles in them. So on one side of this axle connector we have black axles. And on the other side we have these shorter gray ones. We'll slide the gray ones in there, right there. Turn this over. Okay, so we have this wing panel. This is going to get our first sticker. There's only 2 stickers on this sticker sheet, and they are identical. Okay, that looks good, and it shows it kind of folded up about 45-degree angle. Bring this over, slide that onto there. So you can see that creates the first wing. Now it doesn't go up and down like you would think it really would in real life. It's just fixed in that position. It's just this thing that we'll be able to move. Okay, so now we can move on to the other one. This one is going to be very similar. There's going to be a few things we're not going to add because those axles went all the way through the body. But other than that, it really should be almost the same build. Some tiles there. These are the little bars that end wing piece will clip to. Turn this over. Okay, looks good. All right, so this is the beginning part where all of the axles will connect to. So you can see this is just like the other side we did. We'll put our inverted slopes on here. Plate with the Technic pin on it. That plate. And now we have the angled axle connectors, but we're only going to put the gray axles on because the black axles are already on the model. Turn this over. Have our slopes here, and then our slotted slopes right next to them. Our fin piece with, guess what time it is? Last sticker time. Alright, bring this over. So you can see those black axles are already sticking through. We just line up our axle connectors and it connects on there just like that. Now we have two large bomb pieces to build. which consists of these half-round panels attached to this 4x4 round brick. Top it off with another one. Couple dome shapes. And we're going to put 2 friction pins on each one. Oops, let's put this on first. That, and that. With an axle going through. Goes on the underside. All right, do the last one now. Keep wanting to forget that piece for some reason. So these are little torpedoes, so when they drop into the water, the little propeller starts spinning and it'll fly through the water until it hits its target. So that's a little bit different than the bombs you see on the raft. The bombs don't have the little rotor piece on the end. So that makes the 2 torpedoes. So we turn this back over. Let's kind of flap those up a little bit. Has 2 white oars clipped on the front here. So I guess those are supposed to be like little whisker parts to the manta ray. So that goes like that. We have our 2 spring-loaded flick-fire missiles. So these slide into those little holes that are there. And you can see when I slid it in, this piece moved up versus this one. It's still in the downward position. So watch it as I slide this one in. Well, let me line that up. Okay. So you can see when I slide it in that goes up. And to launch them, looks like all you do is pull this. Yeah, you give that a little bit of a pull towards the back side of the vehicle, and it'll trigger it to launch. So I'm just going to leave these hanging out a little bit because if you accidentally hit that, it will shoot those out, and that could be a hazard to your eye. All right, so this piece that we built with bag 1 attaches on the top, and that's it. We're done. So that's the main portion of the set. Then of course you have coal. You have this cool little just civilian guy, and then of course you have the bomber, the Shark Army. Well, they call him the gunner, the Shark Army gunner. All right, so that's it for this one. I'm looking at the end of the instruction book. It shows all the cool sets. So I have, as of recording this, I have a good portion of these. How many are there total? 10. So I have half of them officially. I have half of what is seen on these 2 pages. So I will be getting them all just halfway there, and you'll see them all here. So if you love this video, then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the others. You will not be disappointed. They will be all just as good as this one. So thanks for watching. Check out my other videos, and we'll see you in the next one.